Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today we're continuing with our Edge browser control series. This is part 8. Today I'm going to show you how to get the page text from whatever page you browse to with the browser control. I'll show you how to get the page text, the HTML of the page, the title of the page, pretty much whatever thing you want off the page you can grab. All right, how do we do this? Well, first up, before we get into it, of course, this is part 8. So if you haven't watched parts 1 through 7, go watch those first. Okay, here we are back in our browser form. Let's go ahead and add a button that we can click on to get the text of the page, whatever page we happen to be on. Right? I want to grab all this text. Why? Well, there's any number of things you might want to do with it. You could grab some information off the page, like if you're going to your bank's website, you could find, your account balance. I do that in my account balances database. I grab the pending amount, the actual balance amount. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. It's called scraping a web page. It's getting whatever text you want off of that page. There's lots and lots of benefits to it, depending on what you're trying to do, of course. So let's go to Design View. Now I'm going to take the status box and make it smaller. We don't need that much of a text for a status box. Let's copy and paste that guy. We'll put it right here. This will be where we'll put our page text. So I'm going to open you up. Let's change this to page text. You can put more in it than just a page text, but it's just my text, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Format. Let's give it a little bit of a different color. Maybe that. Okay, looks good. Make it a wee bit smaller. Okay, let's grab a button, copy the button, paste, slide it down here. All right, we're going to call this guy Get Page Text. Okay, maybe make it a little bit smaller. That. Okay. Name of the button, Get Page Text button. All right, so we're going to get the text out of here and put it into here, okay? All right, right-click, build event. Oh, it brings up this thing. Why? Because I copied a button that had one of these event functions in it. All right, so just come back over here to where it says event and get rid of this guy. Okay, and now you should be able to right-click, build event, and it'll bring up the code builder. Okay, here we are. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is blank the page text. So page text equals empty string. Just because if there's something in there from before, I want to clear it and start fresh. Got it? Okay. Here's the command. Page text equals WB dot retrieve JavaScript value. And I don't want to type that whole thing in. So I'm just going to hit tab. It's retrieve JavaScript value. Now, this can be, if you know JavaScript, this can be pretty much anything from the document object model in the web page from the JavaScript, right? The body, the context, the title, HTML, all that stuff. And again, I'm putting together a more in-depth JavaScript lesson that should be out hopefully later this year. But in the meantime, there's tons of good reference books and material online if you want to find out all the stuff you can grab from JavaScript. I'm going to show you a couple of them today, but pretty much if it's in the web page and you want to get it, you can get it with your JavaScript. All right, I'm looking for the text content of the body of the document. Okay? So it looks like this. In parentheses, inside of quotes, it's document. And there will be no IntelliSense in here, folks, because you're typing in JavaScript. Document.body.text, capital C, content. And I say that with a capital C because JavaScript is case sensitive. This has to be lowercase t. This has to be an uppercase C or it won't work. Okay? It's not like VB where it properly capitalizes stuff for us, which I actually prefer. I used to be a C programmer and C is also case sensitive. And it's annoying when you got different variables and you got your capital C, lowercase c, and you can't figure out why your code's not working and you scream. All right. Save it. Debug, compile, come back over here. Let's close this, open it back up again, grab a page, any page, and then get page text. And there you go. There's the text of the page. It ignores formatting, it ignores hyperlinks, it ignores anything inside of HTML tags, CSS, all that. It's literally just the text that you see. If I go to this page, now if I hit get page text now, it looks like you got nothing, because there's a whole bunch of blank spaces up here, but if you come in here and you scroll down, there's all the text. Make sure you take a look at that. Scroll down. Okay, there's all my stuff. Okay? Okay, all right. Now, a couple things I want to mention. Again, if this is not properly capitalized, and you click the button, undefined. Okay, so make sure you properly capitalize it. That's very, very important. I can't tell you the number of hours I've lost of my life by trying to find errors with my JavaScript or my C code, and it's because I didn't have something capitalized properly. And there's a reason why I'm repeating this 3 times, because it will happen to you. Okay, you'll thank me. Next up, and this is a weird one. Sometimes you can get away with having a semicolon here because proper JavaScript wants a semicolon. Sometimes you can get away with it, sometimes you can't. Watch this. Save it, come back out here, go to a page, any page, hit it, wait a second. It actually takes a second for this error to pop up. In the meantime, your database seems like it's not doing anything, and it timed out. Please verify the JavaScript expression supplied is valid. That's because if you do this, it doesn't like the semicolon. But sometimes it does. It's really inconsistent, and it really drives me crazy sometimes. Because watch this. If you pick another one of the commands, let's say the back button command that we have, right? We got history.back, put a semicolon after it. All right. And then close it, save it, open it, change it, and hit the back button. Boom, and it works. It's weird. Probably, in my opinion, because this is actually a document property, not an actual statement, whereas this is actually giving it a command. So I think usually it'll work with commands, although I've seen sometimes where it doesn't work with commands too. It's inconsistent. It drives me nuts. And I don't know who to blame. So just test it when you do it and see if it works. Okay? And if it doesn't, don't complain to me. All right. All right, what if instead of the page text, you want the HTML of the page? Because sometimes there's values hiding in HTML. There's actual hidden text fields and stuff you can have. Like I hide a customer ID in a hidden field. You can grab that if you know the HTML. All right, the HTML is behind any document on the web. It's what feeds into your browser. And we'll put another little button right here. And we'll call this guy Get HTML Button. Get HTML Button. And right click, build event. I don't want to copy all this, so we'll just copy it. I mean, I don't want to type it all in, so we're going to copy it and paste it. And what's the command for this? Well, it's document capital E element dot outer, all lowercase, HTML, all caps. That's it right there. Document element dot outer HTML. There's also inner HTML, which is the stuff inside the HTML tags. Just like there's inner body, inner title, all kinds of different stuff. All right, find a JavaScript reference you like. I should put I'll try to find a couple of good ones, put links down below for you. Here's 2 of them, in fact. I like W3 Schools and I like Mozilla.org. These are the DOM references, the Document Object Model. It'll tell you all the different parts of the page you can get. You know, the HTML tags, getting elements, getting IDs. I'm going to show you how to get elements and IDs in the next lesson or 2. So I'm going to cover a couple more of these things, but this will give you everything you can grab. I'll put links to both of these down below. All right, but now go to a page, hit the Get HTML, and there's the whole HTML of the page. And of course, we'll zoom in. You can see there it is right there. That's all the stuff that gets sent to the browser. Okay. All right, now what use is all this? Well, let's say you want to go to your bank's website and grab your account balance off of it. Well, let's go to our links page here. And oh, here's a link to Bank of Richard. Let's go there. And of course, it's my bank. And you can see here that my current balance is right there. Well, now that I can get the page text, right? There's the page text. Let's zoom in and see it. Okay. I can see that my balance is between current balance and then thank you down below here. Or if you, like me personally, I don't care about pennies when I'm just doing my daily balances and stuff. I just care about what's between current balance and that period. So I just grab that. Obviously, if you're doing it like real accounting and you need all the cents, then yeah, go through whatever comes next. But how do we take data in here and find the stuff between 2 delimiters, like between current balance and thank you? Well, you could use my FindBetween function. What's that? Well, I got a whole video on it. Here it is. There's a link. I'll put a link down below for you. And if you're a gold member, you can just come down here and go to the code vault and grab my FindBetween. Here it is. Here's the code. I'll pause right now so you can pause the video and start typing. Or you can join as a gold member, and then you just come in here and click copy. Right there, hit copy. See, now it's on my clipboard. Okay, now I can come back here. Let me close this. Let's go into let's drop it in the global module. And I'll come down here to the bottom, paste it in, right? There's my find between function. You give it a whole string, you give it the start, you give it the end of the string. Optionally, it can have a second end, because sometimes a string will start with one thing and it can end with one or possibly two different things. I built this for my account balances database. All right, but now all I need to know is find between. So let's go back here. Let's go back to my bank site. All right, Bank of Richard. Let's get that page text. Let's take a look at the page text closer. So I want to find between current balance and let's go to thank you. All right, current balance and thank you. So now I'll make another button. And you could do this all as part of the same button or multiple things in the code. I'll just put a little button right here. All right. Find between. Find balance, let's say. Find balance. Double click. We'll call this the find balance button. All right. Right click. Build event. Okay. Dim S as a string. We're going to say S equals find between. It's in the page text field. Comma, what am I looking for? Find all of the text between current balance, colon, or you can put the space in there if you want to. It doesn't matter. It trims off the spaces, right? And what's the end of the string? We'll look for thank you. Just like that. Okay, now that's in S. So we can message box S and see what that looks like. All right, back out here. Close it, open it. Let's go to pcresale.net, go to links, log into my bank. Okay, there's my bank page. Let's get the page text and now find the balance. Oh, very well not defined. Page field. I put page field down. That's my fault. Page text. I should have noticed that when what? It didn't capitalize. All right, that's my bad. I'm going to leave that error in there so you see it because you're probably going to do it too. Ready, click, and there it is. There's your balance. See that? We loaded the page, we got the page text, we scraped it for exactly what we were looking for, my find between function, there it is. Now you can convert that to a currency if you want to, save it in your table, do whatever you want with it, I don't care, it's your information. But you can use the same method to get any amount of information off of the text of a page. Okay, it's pretty cool stuff. That find between function is one of the things I use in my account balances template. This is a database design so you can just put in like daily or weekly or a couple times a month whenever you do it. You know, you go to your different bank account websites, you go to your different credit card accounts, and this will just get the balances off those pages. I don't use the Edge browser control in this. I basically have it load from your existing browser. You basically log on to your bank, and then the database finds that window. But it's the same technique as far as finding the text between two things on the page. That's what I use for here. I'm thinking about integrating the Edge browser control into this database too. But I haven't done it yet because I'm still waiting for some bugs to get ironed out, but it's coming along, so pretty soon. So that's going to do it for part 8. Part 9 coming up. I'm going to show you how to get values from specific form fields on a web page. We're going to show you how to grab elements out of specific IDs and how to put data into a page. So if you want to submit a form online. Okay? That's all coming up soon. But that's going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the tech help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks, plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any tech help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for tech help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full-length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.